program. This is Rahul Nilatkar. Now, today in this video, we are going to learn about the why power sharing is desirable. In the last videos, we have seen different topics from the same chapter. In the last video, we have completed the important questions like the Belgium model of power sharing, majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. And in this video, we are going to learn why power sharing is desirable. अभी आप लोगों को पता तो चल ही गया होगा कि पावर शेयरिंग इम्पोर्टेंट है और क्यों इम्पोर्टेंट है. Because we have studied in the Belgium model of power sharing that power sharing is important. Means after learning the Belgium model of power sharing, we may come to know that power sharing is important so that the people of the different communities should live in a proper way in the country. But still, ये तो आपके ध्यान में आ ही गया होगा. But if question comes in the examination or if we have to elaborate, so what you are given in the textbook that I am going to explain with the help of two different types of the reasons. So let's start. So children, why power sharing is desirable? Question के form में ही दिया हुआ है. Two different reasons are there: prudential reason and moral reason. Prudential reason and moral reason. सबसे पहले हम बात करेंगे what is prudential reason, what is moral reason. Prudential reason means what? When we calculate the outcomes or gains and outcomes, all that things when we calculate, whether it will be good or not, whether it will be profitable or not. So by focusing on the outcomes, what we calculate that for that purpose what we do, that is what the prudential reason is. That what will be the outcome for better outcome, for the purpose of better outcome we do. That is what the prudential reason is. And moral reason, as the word moral only suggests us the meaning of that. Moral reason, नैतिक जवाबदारी, नैतिकता जो है कि वे हमको वैसे करना पड़ेगा, उस तरीके से हमको वो पावर शेयर करना पड़ेगा. तो that is what moral reason, नैतिक जिसको हम बोलेंगे. So moral reason. So the two reasons are there, means the different reasons are categorized into two reasons: prudential reason and moral reason. So children, अब prudential reasons के बारे में हम थोड़ा देख लेते हैं और फिर moral reasons के बारे में हम लोग देखेंगे. आपको ध्यान में आ गया ना prudential reason and moral reason, meaning ध्यान में आ गया होगा. I hope it is clear. Now see, prudential reason, it reduce the possibility of conflict between social groups. इसका आउटपुट क्या आएगा? पावर अगर शेयर करते हैं तो क्या आउटपुट आएगा? हम आउटपुट पे बात कर रहे हैं, पोटेंशियल रीजन की अगर हम बात करेंगे तो बराबर है. सो इट रिड्यूस द पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ कॉन्फ्लिक्ट बिटवीन सोशल ग्रुप्स. डिफरेंट सोशल ग्रुप्स आर देयर, सो पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ कॉन्फ्लिक्ट गेट्स रिड्यूस. उनके बीच में की कॉन्फ्लिक्टिंग की पॉसिबिलिटी जो है उसको रिड्यूस किया जा रहा है पावर शेयर करने की वजह से. ठीक है, सिंपल रीजन इट इज. देन सोशल कॉन्फ्लिक्ट अगर हुए तो क्या होता? सोशल कॉन्फ्लिक्ट लीड्स टू वायलेंस and political instability. There will be the political instability in the country and social conflict leads to the violence. So it reduces when we do the power sharing. So it reduces the violence and this kind of social conflicts in the country. So what we can say that it is a good way to ensure the stability of power sharing. Yes. So power sharing is very good for keeping the country stable. Okay, so that's why this is what the prudential reason is. Now, prudential reason stress on better outcomes. As I already told you at the beginning, prudential reason means they are working on the outcomes, means what will be the outcome of the power sharing, and as we want the good outcomes, so we should have the power sharing because its outcomes are good. If that way we will think. Okay. For example, if we can take an example of prudential reason, so we can take an example like if father thinks that his elder son will handle his business very properly, so he can think that his elder son will bring good outcomes for the business. So he may give that business of peace to his elder son. So he is thinking in that way prudentially. But if morally, if he is thinking, father is thinking in moral way, moral reason, so he have to divide it equally for all the children, getting or not. So this is what it is explained over here. In that sense, even we can relate. So that is what the potential and the moral reason is. Now prudential reasons already we have seen. Now let us have a look on the moral reasons. So moral reasons, power sharing is the very spirit of democracy. अगर आप डेमोक्रेसी की बात कर रहे हैं, डेमोक्रेसी में तो सबको इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटीज की हम बात करते हैं, इक्वलिटी की बात करते हैं, यूनिवर्सल फ्रेंचाइज की बात करते हैं. हमने देखा है पहले की क्लासेस में 8th में 9th में. सो मॉरल रीजन ये है कि अगर पावर शेयरिंग रही तो ही वहां पे डेमोक्रेसी रहेगी. अगर पावर शेयर की गई है तो ही हम बोल सकेंगे कि कंट्री में डेमोक्रेसी अच्छे से है. That's why we can say power sharing is the very spirit of democracy. Without power sharing we cannot imagine the democracy. Getting or not? So power sharing is the very spirit of the democracy, and that's why this comes under the moral reason. It becomes moral duty to share the power if you want to keep your country democratic. Okay, so moral reason, power sharing is the very spirit of democracy. Another is people have a right to be consulted on how they are to be governed. किस तरीके से उनकी गवर्निंग किया जाएगा, उनके ऊपर किस तरीके से उनको ट्रीट किया जाएगा. So the people have a right to be consulted. They should be consulted for that purpose. How they are to be governed, in what way they are to be governed. For that purpose people are to be consulted. Okay, and morally ये बात हमको ध्यान में आती है. It comes under the moral reason. Now see, moral reason of power sharing emphasizes the very act of power sharing as valuable. Yes, morally अगर हम सोचेंगे, नैतिक जवाबदारी के हिसाब से अगर हम सोचेंगे तो क्या है, पावर शेयरिंग वैल्यूएबल है. The act of power sharing is valuable. It is a valuable act. If you want to keep the democracy in the country, if you want to reduce the communal crisis in the country, problems in the country, tensions in the country, so you have to keep the country in such a way, or keep the power sharing order of the country in such a way that equally it should be distributed, like we have seen in the model of Belgium. Okay, so these are the two different reasons why power sharing is desirable. Okay, if question comes in the examination, why power sharing is desirable, you can write these different reasons under these two headings: prudential reason and moral reason. Same points are given in your textbook also. Okay, students, so I hope it is clear to you all why power sharing is desirable, and your concept related to the power sharing are getting clear one after another in different videos. Okay, so this is what for this video, power sharing, why power sharing is desirable. Okay, now the next video will be the last important part of the chapter, that is how the power is to be shared. Okay, or we can say different ways of the power sharing. We will be discussing on that. It is given in the last part of the lesson. In between of your textbook, some cartoons are also given. So you all are requested to read those cartoons and try to find out the meaning. What is given in that cartoon? What that cartoon is trying to suggest us? What message they want to give us from the cartoon? One story, if you will find the stories also in between the boxes. So you have to read those stories and you have to analyze. After learning from these videos, these all different topics, you have to analyze really what they want to explain with the help of small stories in between, or with the help of those cartoons given in the textbook. Okay, so I hope it is clear to you all why power sharing is desirable. So this is for this video. Next video we will see how the power is divided and all that part. I hope you all are enjoying, and I hope you all are learning, reading the textbook, underlining the important points and maintaining the notes and all in the notebook in the proper way. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can contact through NTAP to teachers, and you can clear your doubts. Okay, I don't think so. You all are not doing studies. I hope you all are doing the studies properly at your home. Thank you, dear students. We'll meet in the next video now. Thank you. Thanks a lot.